Hey guys, Acid here. I was on last night when Zero Master posted a video leading to a vocal show concerning something called the Anti-Counterfeiting Trade Agreement, or simply ACTA. According to them, it concerned all internet users because it heavily concerned sharing, downloading, and general usage of copyrighted material. Now, I wasn't there for too long, as my mother stole my computer to do her taxes, as yesterday was tax day. But while I was there, people didn't exactly seem to have their facts straight, and they weren't highlighting some of the, important parts, specifically parts that concerned fan work, as parodies are basically fan works. I've done some digging and further analysis into this treaty, or at least what we have, how long it's been worked on, which countries were in on this, who it's going to affect, and what it means to us. Now, the Anti-Counterfeit Trade Agreement is an international treaty that has been proposed to enforce intellectual property rights on an international scale. The treaty has been said to be in the earliest stages since 2006, and negotiations of terms have gone on since 2008. Since June 2008. In fact, the most recent negotiations have happened this past week in Wellington, New Zealand. The full details of this document have not been released, and much of this information is from internet leaks. The following countries are involved in negotiations as of now: the United States, Japan, Switzerland, Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Cyprus, the Czech Republic, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, Latvia, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Malta, the Netherlands, Poland, Portugal, Romania, the Slovak Republic, Slovenia, Spain, Sweden, the United Kingdom, Australia, Canada, Jordan, Mexico, Morocco, New Zealand, South Korea, Singapore, and the United Arab Emirates. Intellectual property refers to the government-granted legal monopolies over creations of the mind, whether they be commercial or artistic. The concept of copyright coincides with intellectual property. This document is being designed as a response to the increase in global trade of counterfeit goods and pirated copyright-protected works. Basically, the world government is trying to crack down on counterfeit goods, generic medicines, and pirated digital media in any way they can. Now, this does sound good and understandable on its own. I mean, the government wants to prevent patent and trademark infringement by cracking down on counterfeiters, and businesses can worry less about digital piracy and gain some money. Because that's what businesses do. However, let's go into some of the details, shall we? The document includes a provision that will force Internet Service Providers, or ISPs, to provide the government and the property's right holder or right holders with information of possible copyright infringement and digital piracy without needing a warrant. This is seen by many as a violation of privacy, but as long as you're not doing anything considered illegal, I'd say you're relatively safe. I don't know what the extension of how they can watch you or anything. Like, I don't know if they can see you look at porn, but I don't know. Anyway. They're also considering border searches that empower airport security to do random checks of laptops, MP3 players, cellular phones, and related devices to look for illegally downloaded or ripped media. If they find something, they will have the right to fine you, or confiscate, or even destroy these devices. I have a couple of problems with this part. First off, what if you bought the content legally in physical format, then ripped the media into digital format yourself and put it onto your MP3 or MP4 player for the sake of listening or watching on the go? Should that be illegal? I mean, really, what is the legality on that? Also, I'm fine with a fine and possibly even confiscation, but the destruction of these devices? Isn't that a bit overboard? Finally, this seems unfair, as these are random searches that won't reach everyone that potentially has pirated media. Bear in mind, some countries already allow border searches of electronic devices without probable cause, including the United States in some cases. The good news is that some congressmen, particularly Wisconsin Senator Russ Feingold, have seen these particular policies as alarming and are trying to make sure that legislation is introduced to require reasonable suspicion for the searches to take place and attempt to prohibit racial profiling. Here's the big one. And seriously, this is the big one. Okay? The one we should truly be concerned about, as copied from the LiveJournal post in the description/crotch bar. Thank you, no lacking for that term. As for the gray area of fanfic and fan art, they may very well clamp down on that too. ACTA has redefined criminal copyright infringement to include matters... to include significant willful infringements that have no direct or indirect motivation of financial gain, so it no longer matters if your activities are not for profit. As far as ACTA is concerned, you are still committing a criminal offense, which means the government can't come after you. This basically makes fair use null and void if you really think about the applications. If you use video or images that are not fully your own, bye-bye your internet for a year. Granted, it's a 3-strike policy, but still. Fan videos of any kind, including parodies, will be gone. Fan subs and scanlations, which are illegal anyway, would be gone. People who use footage and images of things in reviews, including the people at thatguywiththeglasses.com, would be in danger. Granted, you could still do text or audio reviews without using any images or sound clips from the work in question, but I could be wrong in that respect. Fandom itself is in danger here too, as fan videos such as AMVs, fan art, fanfiction, and the like, and this is a concept that some people do not understand, is how we express our love for a work. It's how we give thanks to it, and if this thing gets passed, we'll be severely limited in that respect. In conclusion, I'll just go through the good news, the bad news, and some things we can do to maybe prevent this. The good news is that phony goods will be dealt with haste, and digital piracy of copyrighted material will be at least weakened. This will incite backlash from the younger crowds, but it will also prompt people to eventually go out and buy the media legally in physical or digital format. I'm more of a prefers going out and buying the physical copy guy myself, but, you know. This should be seen as a positive economically. While it will not fully restore the economy by any means, ACTA will get people to pump out money, giving the corporations more money, possibly resulting in job restoration. I may be thinking too far ahead, but, you know, whatever. Now that I think about it, though, ACTA seems like it was at least partially lobbied by global corporations. You know, think about it. The bad news is that there would be at least partial invasion of right to privacy given the persuasion of ISPs and the random checks of electronic devices, and a little oppression by ignoring fair use, leading to somewhat of a fandom nuke that would heavily cripple fan works, if not outright destroy them. What we the people can do to stop this is simply, or at least try to stop this, anyway, is simply writing our government bodies about this, saying that while this does have positive effects, it invades privacy a little bit, and would destroy certain aspects of fair use, unless they at least, you know, amend it. Maybe not stop it, but at least try to amend it to, you know, help out fair use. Anyway, there will be links in the description to certain things like the Wikipedia page for ACTA, the full document, the LiveJournal post in question, and a link from the EFF, so that Americans can write their senators about this. I don't know what people in other countries can do, you might have to look, but, you know, whatever. Acid Dude signing out.